let's do some checking in with some wellness and health goals, as well as coming up with a list of what to do when things go wrong. Hey, it's Holly, and welcome back to my planner desk. This year, my catch-all planner is a Go Getter Girl Daily. Now, they're out of business, so I got these before they went out of business, actually during their going out of business sale. But at the back of this planner, if you haven't seen one before, they have like an intro where you create your different plans for the year. We've done that. I'll try and link that video in the description. You have your planner pages, monthly and daily. And then at the back, you have these extra pages. And what they give you is an address book. Probably not going to use that. I may use it if it's like, if I end up doing any PR stuff just to keep track of that, but I don't plan on doing any PR stuff this year. I don't think that's ahead for me, but maybe it is. I did some brain dumping. They have these list pages that are broken up into 2 columns on each page. So when I was planning out Vlogmas ideas, I kind of started brain dumping things there. And you get a few pages of lists. And then you get a notes page where it's just like your regular lined paper. So, and then you get a blank one too, which is nice. Oh, you get 2 blank ones. Even I didn't know that. And then a pocket where I keep some of my functional things. So one thing you should know is with my health and wellness goals, I have been using a program since December called Real Appeal, and it was free through my health insurance. I use United Healthcare, and I'm on the Surest plan. So if you're one of those people, you might want to check it out, because it didn't come up readily. Like, they didn't advertise it. I just happened to look when I was looking at different health and wellness groups out there, like Weight Watchers and Noom and all of the different ones that are out there. Sometimes they always say on their websites that sometimes insurance will cover it. So I looked on my insurance, and no, they didn't cover those. But then all of a sudden this one popped up, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? You will pay for me to do this? Well, not pay me, but they'll pay. I don't have to pay anything extra. So I've been giving it a try, and I'm really liking it. And one of the things that they just talked about in our last session was the health and wellness balancing. Like, where are you at? So I printed off the wellness wheel, and this wheel is used for lots of different things, but this one's specifically for wellness. And then I thought we could start brainstorming a list of when things go wrong. I feel like I'm not doing this video right. There's no wrong way to do it, Holly. There's no wrong way to do it. Anyway, all right, so let's start with how balanced is your health and wellness, and then we're going to come back to our list page. I will zoom you in because this is a tiny wheel. It's a very tiny. When I printed it off, I was like, oh, that's small. It's very small. So it says how it works. The wellness wheel helps you build awareness around key areas that influence your health and wellness. That way you can devote your energy to areas that will have the most positive impact on your life. So they said you can print it or you can draw it out. We've got the categories: healthy eating, support, motivation, stress management, self-confidence, attitude and self-talk, movement, and sleep. 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest. So unsatisfied, completely unsatisfied, or completely satisfied, completely unsatisfied. No, sorry. I'll try and be good. So I'm going to grab some fun pens because that makes these activities always a lot better, right? Makes it a little happier. So I've got this nice green from a sagebrush from Archer and Olive. These are the duos that just came out. I think we're going to use Riverstone and Weathered Wood because they're nice highlighted colors. And then let's grab, what's this one? Oh, Desert Blue. We'll use those 4 for sure. Let's use some blue. And I've got a purple. So we can use these guys. And we'll just work our way around the wheel. So First one is quality and quantity of food. How mindful are you of your hunger and using food as fuel? I think this one, we're going to go to a 5 because I wouldn't be in this program if I thought I thought I was eating healthy, you know? Go to a 5. Support, quality and quantity of relationships. How satisfied are you with your support system? I actually feel really pretty good about my support system. So I'm going to give that a 9. I have been working on, well, first of all, my husband's even working on his health and wellness. So I've not always been a big partner up with health and wellness. Like, I know the science says, hey, like when you do things with a group, it helps you get it done. When my sister and I would do that, we would get highly competitive. And that was a problem. So at least with my husband, I know that because we're two completely different people, things aren't going to be the same. Like, men lose weight different than women. The way they, their body metabolizes things, the hormone balances, all of those things are different. So I don't compare myself as much to him. So that part's nice. I've also been working on doing more activities outside of my home, and that has been doing well. So I'm going to give myself a 9 on that one. Motivation. How driven are you to reach your long-term goals? How powerful is your motivation? Okay. We just had a class on motivation, and I would say when they asked me where my motivation level is at right now, I said a 9, which is true. But I know that when it comes to when things interrupt my motivation, so I think for this category, I want to go 7, because right now I feel like it's pretty high. But it's not I know that it's going to ebb and flow. Stress management. How well are you managing daily stress and taking care of yourself? This is needing to be better. We're going to give it a 3. It's probably higher than that, but I've had so many interesting things happen in 2025 when it came to stress management that I know it's an area I need to focus on. Self-confidence. Do you believe in yourself to reach your goals? Are you filled with doubt or confidence? I'm confident I can reach my goal. I think it's going to be the next area that's lower. So I think this is actually more in the 7-8 category, and the attitude self-talk, specifically the self-talk, is lower. So we're going to say, which might sound weird, you'd think these two would go better together, but if I'm answering the question, do you believe in yourself to reach your goals? The answer is yes. I know I can when I stick to all of my routines. So I'll say 8. It's kind of interesting to see how it works out. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't super into doing the wheel thing, but maybe it's actually better than I thought. Okay, attitude and self-talk. How productive and positive is your overall attitude? I have a positive attitude when it comes to external things. I really do talk down to myself. So I'm going to give myself a 4. And it's something I'm actively working on. I'm working on talking to myself better. I even have put Post-it notes on my tonal machine that has positive things. One thing that I've been saying to myself a lot lately is, you are beautiful inside and out, even on your bad days. Because we all have bad days. Having a bad day has nothing to do with my self-talk or my self-confidence. We all have bad days. But reminding myself that no matter what, whether it's a good day or a bad day, I'm beautiful inside and out. That's the thing I've been working on. It's sometimes weird to say. Which is where that comfort level, the more I do it, the better I will be at it. Okay, let's use, you know what? I've got 2 left. Let's use these oranges. They will be right in there. How quality and quantity of exercise, steps, and activity. I'm going to say a 5. No, I'm going to go up to a 6. I'm going to go up to a 6. I like that. Because I love activity. I love moving. The hard part is when my energy level dips. That's where I need to work. How satisfied are you with your daily energy? Okay, I get good sleep. My energy levels have to do with something else. Like it has to do with my thyroid stuff. So I'm going to say an 8 on sleep. I feel like I get really good sleep. I think what happens is this part affects the energy, and then also affects like the thyroid stuff. Like so many things are interconnected. Okay, so what did you learn from completing the wellness wheel? Well, I mean, I knew a lot of these things, but seeing how getting a visual of it is very nice. How would your wheel roll if it was on a bike? Bumpy. What areas of your wheel are most important for you to focus on and why? I really think stress management, because I think this affects this, which affects this. I really think that's the one. And if you look at my goals for 2026, if you go back to that goal planning video, you'll notice that a lot of things have to do with making that stress management lower. How would you like to work on this with your coach? Oh, don't know. I didn't think about that one. Oh, so like, I think making sure so Real Appeal, they have articles you read every week. I'm going to start getting out my lists because that'll help us out too. They have articles you read every week, and sometimes they have little audio. I don't want to call them podcasts because they're not quite podcasts, but kind of audio articles. So I think when I stick to that, I do skim some of them because there's some that I'm like, no, that's not a thing that I need to work on. I know those things. But this week's, I'm trying to make sure I take time to read because it is about cravings and moderation. And going back to school this week, I noticed my cravings were real high. It was like, give me all the things. Whereas when I was at home, I really managed the food a little bit better. Even though we had treats in the house and things like that because of the holidays, I was able to manage the treats a little bit more. Okay, I would like to make a list of the things to do when things go wrong. And what I mean by go wrong is that when I get sick, I'm not gonna work out. That was one thing I learned when I was younger, that if I am ill or I think I'm coming down with something, working out is not the best choice for me and my body. I know some people say, oh, you can work out with a cold. Oh, you can. No, not me. My body goes into instant revolt. Like if I wasn't having a fever, I suddenly spike a fever. If it's just, I have learned. And that's where you have to take what people say with a grain of salt, right? I'm gonna use these functional boxes and we're gonna write what to do when things get off. And what I mean by that too is like, let's say, for example, I've been working on an intermediate program because the beginner program on my tonal machine, on my weight machine, is a little too easy. The intermediate program's a little too hard. A lot of times the intermediate programs are 4 days a week with 2 days back to back. Well, right now I am feeling how weak certain muscle groups are, like my lats and my triceps and I am in pain. Not bad pain, just working through a weakness pain. So what to do when I feel sore and it's just not right. So workout is too much or makes you sore. So when that happens, I need to focus on mobility. Like maybe I don't follow their cadence of workouts right away. Maybe I do take extra rest. Because like I said, the beginner ones, it's not quite right. And so I'm trying to find that balance. And when you're finding balance, you gotta manipulate things a little bit, right? So extra rest, ice/heat, focus on progress. And what I mean by that is I tend to be judgmental of myself. And it's like, well, why can't you do this? You know, you just got to suck it up and try. And it's not that I'm not trying. I am trying. I just have to readjust how this works for me. All right. What to do when food gets off track. Don't say mean things. I'm really good at telling myself mean things when my food gets off track. Don't say mean things. Go to planner and pick when to pick yourself up. And what I mean by that is like, when are we going to re-jumpstart things? So let's say my food gets off track on a Saturday and I haven't gone grocery shopping yet. Maybe grocery shopping is Sunday. Maybe that's when I pick myself back up. Like, not to beat myself up and just say, when are we getting back on track? Write it down. Because we all know I like to write things down. That's my thing. When you get sick, it is inevitable. It will happen. I am a teacher. I teach kindergarten through 5th grade. There are germs everywhere. Eventually, I'm going to be sick. So what do I do when it comes to working out and food and things like that? And I think it's self-care. Self-care. Don't beat yourself up. Because a lot of times when I get sick, I will do that. I will talk to myself like, because I got sick, it's a weakness on my part. And it's not, it just happens, right? So focusing on the self-care, don't beat yourself up. Taking care of myself is important. Especially since I'm also a parent caretaker, like I gotta make sure I'm focused on that. This is really nice. It really, I can already feel like stress levels coming down, but let's put that down. So when stress is too much, focus on one routine you can control. I did this one day over break so I don't even remember what kind of made the stress kind of set off, but I was like, just focus on drinking your water. Just pick that. You don't have to focus on everything. Pick one thing. Sometimes that can really help narrow the focus. And that doesn't mean that I lost weight that week or anything like that. It just means I'm going to focus on one thing I can control. I think I'm gonna stop here with you guys. I'm gonna sit down probably with some House or Gilmore Girls or America's Next Top Model and continue journaling these things out. I'll try and show you, update you on the list later on. But if you like this video, if you'd like to see more of videos that are like this, please let me know in the comments below. And I'll catch you later at my planner desk.